always then. It's easy, is it? No. Alex. It's always possible smooth. Who am I missing then? See, right, Williams. Alpine. Oh, CBT's in, so it's just smooth then. Just going.
Sponsored by ANSI 3D CD keys and the Driver 61 Sim Academy. Joining me in the commentary box this evening, subbing in for Lopez, Zola. Zola, welcome along this evening.
Thank you, Kenzie, and hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? Yeah, Caesar's daughter's having a christening today. That's why he is not here. So hopefully that all went nice and smoothly. And we have a wet qualifying. A full wet one as well.
Yeah, but is it going to be a wet race? Well, that's the million-dollar question.
They were going to send it to me in a minute, hopefully. I did ask them to, so hopefully.
So yeah, we're just fresh off the Emilia Romagna, which took place earlier today as well. So we'll be talking a bit about that over the course of qualifying as well.
And it is proper full wet as well. It's all blue tyres, so it's a full wet qualifying. Q1 anyway, at least. I mean, for the first car to leave the track, but it's all down to if this is, well, the problem is for drivers, if it's full wet qualifying and dry race, and it is what Sasha's saying is a dry race, which means they're going to have to use a dry setups for a wet qualifying.
Yeah, and I've just been informed that Sasha, I've just been informed the stream chat couldn't hear me. Does help if I include my audio, but yeah.
Okay.
But as I was saying earlier, it's round 4 of X1 season 6, and due to the news that we got earlier in the week regarding the new F1 game, we are going to be having an even shorter season. So instead of the scheduled 13 races we were going to have, we're now going to be wrapping up at the end of June with Portimao.
26.
Yeah, 26th is the season finale. Portimao has been removed. What other tracks been removed again?
Netherlands is the one removed. Netherlands or Portimao.
Oh, thank goodness I never have to do Zandvoort again.
Well, we do next year, isn't it? Isn't it all this year's time this year?
Well, not for this game.
Oh,
Thank
this
goodness
year's game, yeah.
Thank goodness I can.
Oh, there
put
will
that
go.
behind me.
XIX is just fun.
That is Ledger Indy McLaren. We've got Waldo, Sasha, Frisdy, our defending champion, Liam, Asda, Bullbeast, Ledger we've already mentioned, Smooth, Waddington, Ledger's teammate this evening, Alex Haig, CVT, Matrix, Torpedo, Young, JBL, Starfish, Hurricane, RTM, English, Trap Polos, and Gabo. That is your lineup for this evening. So yeah, we are...
English is reserving, so is Alex and so is Torpedo. They're the reserves. The rest of them are all full-time drivers, so we've got 17 full-time drivers today. It's the most valuable season, so we're getting there.
Yeah, fingers crossed we get a full grid of full-time drivers at some point. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we're sponsored, of course, by NC3D, the Driver 61 Sim Academy, and my personal favourite, CD Keys, as well. I'll be bringing you the daily deals and my recommendation of the week over the course of this evening. So we're on board with Ledger at the moment to kick off his first lap of qualifying. It's a wet qualifying, but it's going to be a dry race today as he's coming through the Luke and Aintree complex, heading onto the Wellington Straight. This is one of 2 DRS straights if we were in dry conditions. Of course, as Zola said, they're going to be, the drivers are having to use a dry setup on a wet track, so it's one of the drawbacks of park firming, folks, where once you've got your setup locked in, you can't make any significant changes to it, apart from things like your brake bias and your front wing and things like that. Coming through Cops now. Now this would normally be taking at about 170, 180 miles an hour if you're going flat out. Now through Maggots and Beckett, about 140 miles an hour. Then through onto the Hanger Straight, which is the second of the DRS straights around this track. We've got a poll up for those that want to gamble their channel points. Will there be a safety car or a virtual safety car on lap 1, if anybody wants to get involved with that.
We'll end it on, well, the end of lap 1, we'll end it. And we might try to put up another pole after lap 1's done as well.
Yeah.
So, there we go. First lap time's done.
Now's the time to start.
1:38.639, fast lap so far.
Yeah, now the time to start to come in. Bull Beast, 1:38.9, just about 3/10 behind Starfish. Asda in the Aston Martin. Coming around the last corner now onto the Sir Lewis Hamilton straight of 41.0. Matrix 39.9. So you'd normally be expecting to see in the dry, you'd be looking at about somewhere in the region of the 125s, roughly.
I think we would have looked for a pole. I think pole would have been like a 26. I think we'd have been like a low 26.
English has gone, and that is on the exit of Cops. That's
Cops,
our first. That's our first retirement of the session already.
He won't breathe off. Well, he's the first, but he won't be the last. And Alex crosses the line, P6 with a 1:39.997. Ferrari of Liam, not Liam, is the other one, is Torpedo of Harry. And he's gone on the final 2 corners. But yeah, so he's not going to be the first one to crash at Cops. Well, he's the first one, he's not going to be the last one, I should say. There's going to be plenty of that.
Go Torpedo, 41.1, not the best time in the world, but we've got the Red Bull of Trap Polos coming through.
Well, he's done an exploratory lap there. So normally though, the second lap on full wets and inters are normally the better ones, and Starfish and Valor improved by a tenth at least.
There we go, 38.2.
Ryan's in the grass. Ryan Hurricane. That was Bull Beast as well. Did Bull Beast improve? He did. Bull Beast improved by 6/10.
Yep, 38.9. We've got a few drivers into the 138s now. Hurricane, a 38.8. And Bull Beast with a 38.9C. CTA is invalidated, unfortunately. Liam coming around to finish. Liam coming around to finish his lap. And for some reason, sporting the unlucky 13. And across the line, that's a 39.0. That puts him 4th at the moment. Now, in this first part of qualifying, for those that are new, we lose the slowest 5 cars in this part of qualifying. But with RTM English being out, we'll only be losing another 4 drivers.
Yeah. And hello, Jason. And yeah, I mean, the English is just saying he dropped like 10 minutes ago. So yeah, I don't know if I would do it this early.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to wake up 20 minutes later to a wet race or wet qualifying.
And
Silverstone
went spinning. Water went spinning. Started to lose the back end on the exit of Cops, but thankfully manages to keep it out of the wall.
No damage though, so should be fine. Asda is not Asda, that's the other Aston Martin of Starfish. We're on board with Asda though, it's going through Beckett, so we haven't really seen Beckett yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're saying at the moment it's looking like 39s, 38s and 39s. I think we'll see a 37 by the end of thingy. I think it also might dry up a little bit. I don't think it's going to say full wet for the entire thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that past the realm of possibility either, but we're also still relatively fresh off the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, which took place earlier this afternoon. Big congratulations to Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez, a Red Bull 1-2 to get Verstappen's title defense back on track, especially with what happened with Leclerc towards the tail end of the race.
Right, Asda and Liam both improved. Asda goes to P5 and Liam went to P3. Both Mercs are coming across the line now, Frisbee as well as Ryan. Frisbee's invalidated though, so is Ryan going to improve or is he down this time? Ryan is down this time.
CVT meanwhile, he got himself up into P8 with a 39.7. Smooth coming around the last corner now. Let's see what he can pull out of the bag in the Alpine, and that is a 41.2.
Lebel, is that Gabo? Oh no, Gabo's going for Beckett, but yeah, so normally when it's wet we know that the people that find a bit more pace are people like Gabbo, Starfish, Bull Beast. They seem to find a bit more pace than what they normally do.
Yeah.
Matrix, we know, doesn't like the wet. We know Frisbee doesn't like the wet as much, not as strong as what they are in the dry. So we might see a few different ones on pole or at the front that aren't normally, not well, I wouldn't say normally there, but not normally as on pole, but normally like third or fourth, which is like pure Starfish and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit, bit concerning there for Asda though, because he has he's ended up running out of fuel going through Maggots and Beckett's. He's on the hanger straight. He's got to be careful not to hold anybody up.
Will do. P5 with a 138.901. I think anyone in the 38s is probably going to be safe. It's going to be close though, I think. That's not fuel. We've got both Mercs behind him. Are they both on laps though? No, Ryan Hurricane isn't. Grizzly probably is if I can get down there quick enough.
No, he's already at 1 minute 40, so he's
yeah. So we'll go through the championship standings in a bit as well, probably between qualifying. We'll do the drivers' standings after Q1 and we'll do the team standings after Q2.
Yeah.
So we now got it up to date pretty quickly now, because I do it.
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, we've only got 11 races now. Instead of the 13 we had scheduled. Portimao and Zandvoort have both been removed from the calendar because of the news that we got from EA and Codemasters finally that we're going to be getting F1 2020, F1 22 it's officially titled, on July the 1st, as Bull Beast goes faster for the 138.143. F1 22 coming out on July the 1st, with the Champions Edition coming out 3 days earlier on June the 28th. And there was a bit of confusion earlier regarding the multiplayer in particular, whether it was going to be cross-gen or not. Thankfully, it is going to be cross-gen multiplayer, but still no cross-platform multiplayer between, say, PlayStation and Xbox. But hopefully, for me anyway, hopefully that day
the biggest thing was people, if they could have Xbox One edition, could they play the people on the X edition? Whereas on like games like FIFA, they couldn't. Ryan's up improved. He
Sasha
by 4 times, but stays in third.
Sasha goes 8th for the 139.2. Young Maneuver, meanwhile, he's coming around the last couple of corners now. Not going to be the best time in the world. He's 17th at 40.8. Now, as you said, those in the 38, they are going to be relatively safe. So it's Torpedo, Young, Smooth, and Frisbee, our championship leader. Our defending champion, even. Currently in the drop zone at the moment.
Gabbo's 2 tenths up after Beckett's and Cox and all that, gone into third sector. Final sector he's going through. He's 2 tenths, it's like 0.222, so all the twos. If he does that, he won't jump, he won't go anywhere, he'll stay in fourth still.
But it will be an improvement on his time.
Yeah, but as we know, he could have probably called about another tenth or two here as well, so yeah, there you go. 5 tenths P3 with a 138.354. The people I said that'd be quick in the wet are at the moment the front three. We're only missing one at the moment from that group. Oh, there's a McLaren having fun here. Is that? Well,
that'll be legend.
He's an out lap, yeah. He's trying to get in people's way. They're on laps. Frisbee and Ryan are both laps. Well, as safe as he's in the safest place to be. Oh, it was out the way. He was playing it safe. Ryan Frisbee has just really dropped it on the second to last corner. He's in the pits now. He nearly died. That was awfully close. Ryan Hurricane's also in. Hasses, are they both staying out? Yeah, Young's on the lap. He's 6 tenths up. Yeah, so XIX just did everything he could there to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Young, P16, 140.292. Inters though for Waddington. I don't think it's inters yet. There's still massive puddles everywhere.
Yeah, there's
Red Bull of, I think it's Track. Yeah, Trapp's just gone third.
Yeah, there's still a lot of
339.
There's still a lot of standing water at the moment. Smooth across the line. Still in the drop zone at the moment. There's 3 minutes to go. This is a
Yeah, Alex in 15th for the moment. It's 2 tenths up on his time. He might be able to jump above CVT. If he gets another couple of tenths, he might jump above Wilson and XIX as well, which might make him safe. Vorbeast is retired in the pits.
He's happy with his time.
Does.
Alex goes 13,
Yeah,
39.6, but he's still not safe at the moment because there's. I mean, he's still got a 6'10". He's got a 6/10 cushion over Young, who is in the drop zone at the moment. But even at that, still, that could easily be made up relatively quickly.
The big thing is, look who's at the bottom. There's a championship. Oh, is he not? I don't know if he's a championship leader, but he's a defending champion. At the moment, he's not going through. He is coming out the pits right now, though, but he needs to get a move on. And if he invalidates or anything,
he's out. He's out. Yeah.
Yeah. XIX P10 139 147. He should be safe with that time. Haas or Young, I believe that is now coming down as well. Someone's also in the circuit, and that's Alex, I believe. Just that's Stowe.
No, that's heading to Luffield.
Oh, they're both of them are. Mr. Wilson as well. Yeah. Young does not improve. He still stays in 16th position. Oh, I've got time. I wish people wouldn't tag me when I'm streaming, because I can't do much about it. I can't do comms as well as look at my phone. I don't know who it is, and I can't look, so.
So
obviously not important because I'm not having
there we
here.
go.
Waldo. If you need to think, Waldo's there.
So yeah, Trap Palos, he's retired from the session. He's happy with his time. Smooth.
Starfish is 4 tenths up.
Smooth has retired from the session, so that's him out.
Torpedo is so it's not him. So Torpedo's on a lap. Young's on a lap. Mr. Wilson is on a lap as well. Is he up in his time to come around the final 2 corners though?
Yeah. And he makes it with time to spare.
To be fair, English, you might be in the safest position to be in, mate. It's at the back. Is Waddington actually improving? No, he's not.
No, he's 6/10 down at the moment, so bad call going for the Inters at the moment.
He might be safe though. He might be safe. CVT is a little bit up than something was. He does jump above Waddington. He's in trouble now though. There's Young on a Young Torpedo. If either one of these beat Waddington's in trouble because he's got the leaves of Frisbee will beat that time. When Young will beat it, then Young will go to... Actually, Young will need more than that. He needs about 8 tenths. 9 tenths around.
He needs about 6/10 to knock Alex out because Alex is not out on track at the moment. And he does. That's Alex out. Torpedo's half a second up, but it's not going to be enough to get through. So Alex is out. Torpedo might be out as well. He's only up by about half a second. He improves.
Doesn't beat it. So Frisbee could knock out Waddington. It's all down to this. Either Frisbee revalidates and Waddington's through, or makes a mistake and Waddington's through. So basically we either lose the Season 1 champion, world champion, or the defending champion. One of them's going out.
And that is testament to how unpredictable these wet weather conditions can be.
Well, we know Waddington though, he's not the strongest in the qualifying, but he makes up for it in the race.
Absolutely.
It's not exactly a nice track to start in the mid-pack at the start, because the turn 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 they're not exactly the nicest. People going side by side with people don't seem to leave a lot of room.
Absolutely.
We'll see that, so yeah, it's a safe lap and Frisbee, and he'll go, well, it's a safe lap and he goes the fastest.
There we go, top of the timesheet, and that is Waddington out of qualifying.
Actually, is it though? They're still going around. Waddington's on lap still.
He's 3/10 down at the moment.
And he might find the God might put down a spotted light for him down the home straight. Just to drive a little bit. He wanted to drive like a little tiny bit and he'll be fine, but yeah. He's not 3 tenths down. I can't see him finding that. Yeah, the problem is it's not dry enough for Inters.
He's lost
because
the
thing is, I tell people it's easy. It's easy to understand. Is when there's puddles, it's full wet.
Yeah,
that's how it normally works. Is the puddles, it's full wet.
So there we go, that's Torpedo out, and Warrington also out. Frisbee top of the timesheets, the 1:38.036, so he is through very comfortably. So that is that's Q1 out of the way. Warrington, Alex, Torpedo, Smooth, and English all out, and Hurricane 100th behind his teammates. So a Mercedes 1-2 at the moment. But of course, this is only the first part of qualifying. We've had 5 drivers eliminated. We're going to be losing another 5 in the next portion of qualifying, which will take place over the course of the next 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, there's only a couple of them that really did more than 1 or 2 laps. Most of them did 3 to 5 to 6 laps, and then a couple of them did 1 lap. I mean, English was the only one that crashed. He crashed at Cops Corner, and the rest of them actually lost. They did set lap times, but lost it. So that, we're just waiting for us to go in the pits. But if we want to go through the standings, well, let's have a quick gander. What are we to the standings?
There we go.
Let's get the screenshots quickly.
Yeah, so there we go. Frisbee, Hurricane, Bullbeast, Starfish, Trap Polos, Gabo, Asda, Waldo, Liam, Matrix, JBL, Ledger, Sasha, CBT, and Young all through. Warrington, Alex, Torpedo, Smooth, and English all eliminated. English, the only one unable to set a lap time.
So what we're doing now is I'm going to give you the race results from last week at France, when we go to find it, after penalties and incidents. And that was as followed. So Frisbee wins it with the fastest lap of the race, and he was on pole as well, so he gets the point for that. So he got 27 points last week. And Sasha was second, third was Bullbeast, fourth was Ryan Hurricane, 5th was Starfish, 6th was Andrea, 7th was Gabo, 8 was Waddington, 9 was Tudor, 10 was Mr. Weirson, 11 was Final Waldo, 12 was Trap Polis, 13th was Liam Hardman, CVT was in 14 with a fast lap outside the top 10, 15 was Smooth, 16 was Matrix, 17 was me, and Alex finish.
So Alex, the only DNF from the race last week, and how does that affect the championship standings after our trip to Paul Ricard last week? Well, Frisbee is back at the top of the championship, but he's only got a 5-point cushion over Sasha, who's on 46 points, Frisbee on 51, Bullbeast 45, and then Starfish, after a strong performance last week, is up into 4th with 28 points. Andrea up 3 places with 24 points. Waldo and Matrix tied on 20. Lone Retreat with 18. Gabo 17. And Hurricane scoring his first point of the season with his 4th place in France last week. He rounds up the top 10. CVT with 8. Ollie, Smooth and Watto all with 4 points. Adam and Tudor with 2 points. JBL, Lion, Exo, and Lucky Do, as well as Duty, all with 1 point. And the rest of the drivers, XIX, Strapolos, Zola, Liam, Jacob, Lowe, and Alex, yet to score. So normally in this second part of qualifying, you would also be losing the slowest 5 drivers, which is still the case. But if it was dry conditions, the tyres you set your fastest lap on and the tyres you start the race on, but because it's wet, everybody is going to have free choice of tyres, including those inside the top 10. So I think we could be seeing a fairly comfortable one-stop soft to mediums or mediums to soft, depending on preference for the driver.
Yeah, I mean, that is a strategy, but the game does recommend the soft. Medium soft is the fastest strategy. So you may see someone do that, otherwise it is medium soft is the other one. Yeah, it's better to start on mediums, I believe, here than it is starting on softs.
Yeah.
For a one stop.
So especially with how slow the pit lane is around here. You've got 60 kilometers mile an hour 60km/h speed limit, which is about 37 miles an hour, and you'd be doing about like half a minute, roughly, and that's just coming in, changing tires, and then adding a front wing change on top of that. You'd be adding another 10 seconds possibly. On top of that, so you don't want to.
Yeah,
so you can't afford
pit
to have
stop
a
is
front wing
horrible.
change around here. You can't afford a front wing change around here, otherwise the race is practically ruined unless you get a safety car at some point during the race.
Which isn't guaranteed anymore with reduced safety car as well. It's a bit more. Well, we still get them. It's just not like they are all the time, and they're not instantly as soon as someone crashes or someone breaks a wing and the safety car comes out. It's like stupid with that. But the thing is though, we're getting a good example of what's happening in real F1 right now, where you don't, whatever qualifier tires you qualify on, you start on whatever you want to anyway. So
yeah,
it's a bit of an eye opener for that, because that's like pretty much what we're at, is where you've got a free choice of tyre.
Yeah. So the Q2 tires, Q2 tyre rule is not going to be in the new game. So, as Ola said, everybody will have free choice of tyre regardless of where they start in qualifying. So at least I don't have to worry about that obligatory line.
Lap times are going through though.
We got
Wilson
JDL,
139.628.
first one,
Frisbee.
38.1, almost matching his time. 39.1 for Asda.
CVT, the race times are in, mate.
It's,
As opposed to 139.157. Ryan Hurricane's posted at 138.497. Oh, just keep going, trying to go to them, and they keep moving as I go to them. Gallo 138.436 P3, both Red Bulls though, look at that. Both Red Bulls are looking good here today.
the second and third trap poles for 38.3. Bullbeast 38.8, 39.0 from Liam. The next car across the line, that was CVT, but he has invalidated. So it will be Ledger who is next. Coming down the hanger straight now.
What's he going to post though? He needs to really be in the 38s really. Couldn't manage it last time, but he needs to be this time, otherwise I don't think you're going to get into the last top 10 and through to Q3 unless you're in the 38s. Get off that curb on the outside.
Oh, he's invalidated. Not what he
on
needed.
that curb on the outside. Yeah, that'll be this the next lap as well. Oh, that's Matrix coming around. Oh, Jesus, Matrix. No, he dropped it there on the exit of the final corner too.
39.127.
Yeah. Mr. Wilson is down. Yep, he's down this time. Who's just coming? It's an Aston Martin. We're going board with
And
Starfish.
Frisbee, there's your 37.
37.
37.993 for Frisbee. Massive props to him for that.
This time, who's in front of Ryan Hurricane? Is he on the pit side? Ryan Hurricane's 2 turns up. He should go in the top 2. He does. So 1-2 at the moment for Mercs and 3 and 4 for Red Bulls. It's like watching last year's F1 in real life.
Indeed.
Can't say this year's, can we? Unless we're talking like the Merc at the back of the field being beaten by the Aston Martins.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, CVT, go on, final corner. He set a lap though, 139.658. You need to hurry up and turn around, you've got plenty of time. There's no one coming, so you should be safe enough to do that. Oh, XIX is gone at the exit of Beckett's.
Beckett's and Beckett's.
Oh, he needs to get off the racing line.
So that was right on the exit there, heading through Chapel onto the hangar straight.
Matrix had just missed him as well. That's 6 tenths down there, so it doesn't matter. The Matrix. His lap is done. He's not going to improve. Mr. Wilson. We all know JBL, but I always call him Mr. Wilson when I'm doing streams, just so people know who they are. I always go JBL. It's like who's he? He's in the pits.
There he goes into the pits. He's right on the cusp. He's only 300s ahead of CVT at the moment.
Right, Mr. Starfish. Tell you one thing though, it's the best weather for Elfin, because he is a starfish, so and he is good in the wet as well, which is the interesting.
And it's certainly paid off.
38.174. Yeah,
Frisdy improving again, this time with a 37.8.
Well, he's taking a different line for turn 1 now, though. Or turn 2, I should say.
Well, Sasha.
Just be careful, though. The game likes DSQing people there.
Well, Sasha coming around the last couple of corners now. What's he going to do? 38.3. He goes fourth for the moment. So Matrix, Mr. Wilson, TPT, XIX, and Young all in the drop zone at the moment.
I'm trying to find one that's... Oh, Jesus, but the switch there by Gabo. I'll start with Gabo, hopefully he's up in time. Let's see if he is. Is he up? He's down by 1.5 tenths. Sasha's just behind this as well. Is Sasha up on his time?
Bullbeat is invalidated.
Say Sasha last season was unlucky. He finished second in the championship just behind Frisdy. He's struggling like mad round here though, because he's no Gnostics for Clarks. That's lost a lot of time. Jesus Christ.
You've got to be careful. You've got to be careful, otherwise he'll end up at qualifying.
Oh, he's definitely having a slip and slide. That is a damn sure. Yeah. It doesn't look like a very comfortable setup on the way.
How he put it into the wall is beyond me. But next week we're going to be heading to Monza, the Temple of Speed. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be racing next week. But rest assured, I am going to be calling the action. And then
it's that Sunday, but not Saturday.
I'm not going to be racing in Dev League on the Saturday, but I am going to be calling the X1 action on the Sunday. So feel not on that one.
X1's going to be an interesting one because it's a pad. It goes towards a pad player as well, a little bit.
Yeah.
Pad track's more than it is a wheel track, and a lot of the pad players in X1 are a bit slower than the wheel ones are. Not by a lot, but a little bit.
Yeah.
So it balances it out. So it's like I said before, we've had multiple different winners last few years. We've had Bullbeast win here, we had Starfish win here, we've had Frisbee win here, we've also had Ultimate won here, and that was all last year. So like we did, like I say, we did other partner leagues and all that sort of stuff. If we count all them, we had 5 races and we had 4 different winners. So
there you go.
And they're all X1 drivers. So
yeah. And then once Monza is out of the way, we'll be taking a break for a week, because the week after we have Monza, we're going to be having the first ever Miami Grand Prix, so we'll be taking a break for that. But it gives us something to talk about the following week.
Because Miami's at, like, I think it's 7:30 the race starts. But
Yeah.
it's just as X2's about to start, so.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, and it'll be
Bullbeast P7 138.560.
fair play to you. Then it'll be Belgium the week after that. It'll be Belgium the week after that. Then you've got Austria, the anniversary weekend, 28th and 29th in Mexico, then Bahrain, Azerbaijan, and then another great week for the Canadian Grand Prix, and then the season finale on the 25th and 26th of June with Brazil, and then it'll be on to the new game.
Well, I was given a message earlier, do not ride on board with Waldo. So I'm going to ride on with Waldo for his hot lap around here in Q2.
Oh boy.
Don't tell me not to ride on board with somebody, so I'm going to ride on board with the X1 admin, and the X2 head admin. So if he drops it or bottles it, we're going to see it. At the moment, he's in 10th position. He's the guy that we all may take the mickey out of a bit, or a lot.
Well, this is an interesting little stat that I've just come across thanks to the WTF1 team. Taking Emilia Romagna into account earlier today, only 4 drivers, and we've only had 4 races so far this season. Only 4 drivers have scored points at every race so far this season, and that's not including the sprints. Charles Leclerc, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, and Esteban Ocon.
I'm still amazed how poor Mercedes are this year. Poor people tyres in the pits. But yeah, Waldo's just managed to nearly lose it on the exit. What's that right-hander before Cops? Is that Stowe or is that?
The right-hander before Cops, Luffield.
Luffield, yeah. Stowe's after Beckett, isn't it?
Stowe is the right-hander after the hanger straight. Yes.
Yeah. I always get them mixed up. I know most of them. I know more corners here in Monza than any other track. Waldo doesn't improve. He stays in 10th position.
Yeah,
but we got to see how
his teammate
the track is. Though.
Yeah, his teammate is 4 thousandths behind.
Well, they're all on Inters now, though. They are coming out on Inters.
There we go. This could.
Yeah, there's no puddles now, so yeah, that makes more sense.
This could be problematic here.
Yeah, Wardington was only about 20 minutes too early to go on to the Inters. But that does mean that the likes of
Bullbeat is in
like
trouble.
Young and that's yeah, but Bullbeat might be in trouble. But I'm saying people like Weirson, Young, and that can't box now. They can't come in and go back out again.
Matrix, that's it. Matrix is out. That's Matrix
but the
out.
problem
He's had
is,
to come in, and that's it. He's out. He's not going to be able to
the
get
thing
around
is,
in
there's
time.
not enough time for them all to come out, so I don't think Bullbeat is going to lose his position. I think he might be safe because there's only one behind him on Inters. The rest of them all on wets.
And
So he's going to be safe.
And that is, and that being XIX.
Yeah, that's only if XIX can get around the track fast enough. How long is left? We don't know. We've got yellow lap 1, yellow flag sector. I don't care about that. Give me the lap number. 19 seconds. So we've got enough time he crosses the line. So he's starting his hot lap now. Really, it's pretty much all that is. I think that's it. Yeah, it's literally just him. No one else behind is on a lap. That's actually doing anything.
Well, that's
Young's done, Wearson's done, so CVT, obviously Matrix is done. If XIX is a lap that's better, then, well, if it's better in low 39, low 39, he's going to go beat Matrix.
Yeah, he needs to be a 139.
We're about to find out right now if he's improving.
There we go,
yeah,
Hurricane with a 35.9. Frizzy's on a lap as well, but he's going to need...
Frizzy's just in front of him, right in front of XIX, so I don't think... is he invalidated? Is he on a lap or is he invalidated?
CVT's in the pits, Young's still going. But Young's about a second and a half
Frizzy's
down.
half a second up. There's a Frizzy 6/10 up. XIX is also up on his time as well, so this will be interesting now then.
Yeah,
it
but
looks
the thing
like
is,
it's going to
XIX
be...
hasn't even set a time yet, that's the thing.
No, but the thing is though, it means...
1.3 from Frisbee, that should put him, if he can get another 6/10 or so, another half second or so, that should put him ahead of Hurricane.
After the first 2 races of the season, AlphaTauri were top of the Constructors. They're now 4th, and they're now both out of Q2.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
As well, so yeah.
That's an example of how the mighty have
fallen. A couple poor
fallen.
races and how much it can change.
There it is, 35.8 for Frisbee. Yeah. What can XIX
another
do?
One.
Leo's third with a 36.5, and that's both AlphaTauris out. Young, Mr. Weirson, and CVT all out of Q2.
That is qualifying done, so we lose CVT, Mr. Weirson, Young, and Matrix, and Waldo all start outside the top 10. So Thursday is fast lap in qualifying 2, is on Interzote with Ryan Hurricane and XIX. Everyone else was on full wets, which was Starfish, Sasha, Trap, Gabo, Liam, Bullbeast and Asda all have to fight out for pole position in qualifying 3. We lose Waldo, Matrix, Young Maneuver, well not Young Maneuver anymore, he was, XRL Young, Mr. Wilson and CBT are all out. So quickly gonna go through the Constructors Championship right now, as we're waiting to go through. At the moment, Alfa Romeo lead the championship with 69 points, second is Mercedes with 64, third is Haas with 49, fourth is AlphaTauri with 40, fifth is Aston Martin with 28, Williams in 6th with 26, Red Bull in 7 with 18, Ferrari in 8 with 6, Alpine in 9 with 5, and McLaren in 10 with 4. So McLaren, Ferrari and Alpine seriously need to get some points together. They're at the moment 6, 4 and 5. 6, 5, 4, yeah. Some decent points.
Absolutely. So now it is the battle for pole position, and this will be the first point on offer for the CD. Get a point for the pole position here, a point for the fastest lap inside and outside the top 10, and then of course you've got the traditional scoring system, 25 for the win, 18 for second, etc, etc. So a maximum of 27 points on offer over the course of the evening here.
I'd be surprised if anyone doesn't come out the pits early because of the way wets work, or inters and wets work, where they're better over like back-to-back laps than they are actually with one shot.
Absolutely.
So I'll be surprised if anyone doesn't go straight out on them.
The track.
There you go.
So the rain is easing up a lot, and the track is starting to dry up as well. So this might be a stretch, but do you think there's a possibility we could be seeing some slick runs?
Let's have a look at the racing line when it comes through. No, I don't think so. If it does, it'll be for like the last maybe 2 or 3 minutes, maybe. And that'll be down to whoever's got the confidence, or I should say, I'm not going to say the guts or whatever, but the confidence of it being dry enough to do a lap. Because we know how bad this track is when it's going in between. It's pretty similar to like places like Zandvoort and stuff like that. When it's going in mixed conditions, where it's going from dry or wet, it can become very treacherous. So we're about to find out though. We'll soon find out with the way the spray goes, because once the spray disappears, we'll know it starts to dry up. And there isn't a lot of it. Obviously there is a spray glitch as well, but we haven't got it today. We still see a little bit. So we haven't got that glitch through yet. So we're going to run on board with Ball Beast. Frizzy's just behind this fight as well. Well, this fight, this division. And behind that is Starfish, and then Liam Harbour. And then it's the Haas of Sasha, and then the Red Bull of Gabo. Mark of Ryan Hurricanes there, and then you've got Trap with XIX. Ball Beast is gone.
He's gone spinning.
That is the first car to go. Yeah, he's gone at turn 5.
Yeah, that is onto the Wellington straight. He's lucky he's managed to keep it out of the wall.
There's another runoff error there, and he's back on track nice and safely. So we're going back on board with Frisbee then. He's going to be the first car to that lap now.
Assuming he doesn't invalidate. The Maggots and Beckett's now. It does look like a dry line is starting to form ever so slightly though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the problem is it's got 8 minutes, so they might have enough time to go out, do a lap. But basically, you do a lap just so you've got a lap down, and then you've got the option to make the risk. Whereas if you don't set a lap time now, and then you hope it dries up and it doesn't,
you're in trouble, yeah.
Because you're still going to have to go out, and then you possibly got to go out on inters, and it could dry out as you're doing your final lap.
Exactly, yeah.
It's best to go out now and set a lap on inters now because it's wet still.
Exactly there. 35.5 for Frisbee, 35.4 for Starfish, Liam with a 36.1, Sasha with a 35.7, only 3/10 behind Paul Gabo in third with a 35.6, Hurricane 35.9, Bull Beast with his spin earlier, so not concerned about that. XIX with a 136 36.2. Trap had invalidated, so Asda with 36.2.
Yeah, so Trap and Bullbeast are the ones in trouble right now. They need to get a lap together right now.
Yeah.
And they need it to happen well because they say they can't really. We'll go on board with Trap. We haven't really seen a massive lap of Trap yet, but yeah, so really, they've got one chance here to do a lap. I mean, Starfish and Frisbee and maybe Gabbo and maybe Sasha might box now and see if it dries up. So they're going for another lap. They may do that.
Yeah, so as it stands, it is Starfish that is on pole position at the moment. Going through cops now. And Frisbee he's retired from the session already.
He's crashed. Final corner.
Oh,
he's
no!
got a final corner.
Oh,
he's there in the wall.
Oh, there he is. Oh, no! Oh, Frisbee will be kicking himself over that one. Sasha is now top of the timesheets at the moment with a 35.2.
Well, I'll tell you something. If it dries up, he's in serious trouble.
Absolutely. Less than 6
Ryan's on another lap.
Less than 6 minutes to go.
Liam's on lap. Gabbo, 2 turns up. Right, Gabbo's definitely up. Gabbo's already 3 tenths up after the first turn, or the first 5 corners in the Red Bull. At the moment he's second. He would go on to pole as it stands if he can get it together. Keep it together, I should say. Oh, he's gone deep. That's lap done. Bye. Ryan Hurricane is on the same part of the track as Gabbo. Gabbo decided he wanted to visit the kitty litter. What do you think he was? Do you think he was science?
That was too soon. Too soon for the Ferrari fans. So at the end of the day,
it's a typical Ferrari strategy.
The infamous Ferrari master plan. But I'm sorry, but heading into the Tamburello chicane, Ricciardo should have yielded. That was Sainz's
How did he not get a penalty?
Exactly. How did Ricciardo not get a penalty for that? Sainz was still ahead heading into the chicane, so Ricciardo should have yielded.
I just got a message from Frisbee, and he goes, "Anybody want Charles Leclerc? I'm here."
Oh God. Well, you've got a Charles Leclerc.
Ryan on pole, 125.
You've got a Charles Leclerc in the form of Liam.
We've got a Merc on pole, and it is a Ryan on pole at the moment, but it isn't the one we thought it was going to be on pole.
It's not the one we were not the one we were expecting. But that is a very, very strong lap there from Ryan. I mean, there's still a bit of water splashing onto the camera lens as I'm on board.
Yeah, it's still spray. Yeah, it's still wet, so I don't think it's going to dry up enough.
Yeah.
Which means Asda and Trap are going to be safe. Bullbeast has put in dries on though. He has put softs on.
That's interesting. DRS hasn't been enabled yet, though. That's the thing.
Wondering if it might dry up though. But the thing is though, we're saying Ryan is that quick on the wets, but what is his pace like on the dry?
Gabbo's
interesting.
Gabbo's going for Gabbo looks like he was going to be going for softs as well.
Sasha did put him on for a split second as well, but he's put back on inters. I think they're just having a look and seeing if they're faster or not. I don't think they're going to be. I think it's still full wear.
Not at the moment, but that's one of the. That's a McLaren of.
It's still raining though. That's the thing.
No.
Is there a dry line?
It's like, hang on. Bullbeast has officially gone out on softs. That is interesting.
Yeah, so he's going to take a risk of doing it. I mean, the call is there to do it because it is slowly stopping raining, but the problem is I don't think it's dry enough. Well, there you go, right there. So he can tell it's not dry enough yet.
Yeah,
he's got absolutely blasted past by the Haas of Sasha.
And not even close. I mean that.
Right, so Trap's on the lap. So Trap is just started his hot lap. It's probably the best time to go out right now and do a lap because of it. If it is going to dry up. He's going to get the best of it being a little bit wet still. But it's still raining on the screen. That's the thing.
Very true. Very true there. So we'll wait and see what happens.
Trump on the final corner. Let's see what he can post to improve. He does improve. He goes to P7, 135, 606. Asda's retired in the pits.
So that ensures that Frisbee will not start any lower than 9th at the moment. He might, as in saying that though, he might not start lower than 8th at this point because Frisbee is struggling. He's still struggling to get around. He's not at full throttle.
Yeah, I don't think it's dry. I think he's gonna. I think he's got at the best. He's gonna be his 9th. Oh, best is gonna be his 8th. No, I think no. I think he's gonna be 7th at worst.
Let's see what happens.
We'll find out. But he's in the middle of the pack for turn 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's the thing.
Bull Beast having a bit of an off there.
Liam is up by half a tenth. I mean, Starfish, sorry, is up half a tenth.
Half a second for...
He would
he's...
jump above Liam into 4th.
Oh, my mistake. There we go, that is the...
Yeah, let's have a look. What's he going to do? Does not improve. Trap's in the pits as well, so Trap's not going to beat him. Yeah, Bulbies is gone. He's gone. Yeah, he's gone at the exit.
Oh, he's right in the middle of the track.
Yeah, XIX has passed him.
On the old pit straight, heading down to Cops. So Frisbee will start at worst 7th. He'll be breathing a huge sigh of relief for that one. Sasha.
XIX is 7/100s up in 9th position. He'll be next across that lap.
And now he's dropped a couple of tenths. Sasha not fast enough for pole position. Starfish not improving either at the moment.
And XX is in the pits. We might be done.
So that's it.
We might be done.
Frisbee will start 6th. He will be breathing a huge sigh of relief from that one. And oh, Starfish has gone! Oh, that's him! He's gone, that's it! Hurricane!
He's on pole. He's got pole position. I think it's actually his first pole position in XRL as well.
A
So congratulations to him.
Performance there from Hurricane. When Frisbee faltered, Hurricane cooking up a storm and delivers.
Anybody want to say that Frisbee is washed because his teammate just beat him? What does he think he is, Russell? Because Hamilton's getting beaten by his teammate quite a lot lately.
That's a valid point, yeah. There we go, across the line. Frisbee finishes his lap. Fair play to him. But Frisbee crashing out in Q3, and that results in Hurricane. There you go. Hurricane pole position. And as Zola said, that may very well be his first ever pole position in XRL. Sasha 2nd alongside him. Then you've got Gabo in 3rd, Liam 4th, Starfish in 5th, Frisbee in 6th, Trap 7th, Asda 8th, XIX in 9th, and Bull Beast rounding up the top 10.
Yeah, that's a surprise. It's a massive surprise to see Frisbee back in 6th position. I mean, we know he didn't like the track, and we know it'd be wet. It's always going to have a bit of a problem. But really, he dropped it himself because he was a P1 or 2 in Q1 and 2. So
Yeah,
that is a big surprise back there. But
yeah,
he's
very,
still in the best place to be. He's still in the top 10. So
very
he
big
still have a
surprise
massive
there.
chance of doing it.
So yeah, while we're waiting for everybody to have their little comfort breaks, a quick drink or whatever. CD Keys, let's see what daily deals they have in store for us. Well, we've got the new MotoGP game that just came out this week as well. That's currently at 43% off. You've also got Age of Empires, 39% off. Hell Let Loose with 36% off, 84% off the premium online edition of GTA 5. I mean, GTA 5 is popping up in a lot of these daily deals. And you've got No Man's Sky at 73% off. Recommendation of the week for me, to tie in with the announcement of Sonic Origins, which is a remaster of Sonic's 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. So you're effectively getting, because you had Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles released as separate games, but with the way the Mega Drive cartridge was designed, or Genesis for those stateside, the way the Sonic and Knuckle cartridge was designed, you could put the Sonic 3 cartridge onto it, and you get Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So you're getting five games there, or 4 if you're classing Sonic 3 and Knuckles as just one game. But you're getting the Genesis lineup of Sonic games: Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. Even though the Sega CD add-on for the Genesis. But anyway, Sonic Mania is my recommendation of the week for you, because this is a celebration of Sonic's past and some new stage. It says here, the ultimate celebration of past and future. There was new stages made for this game as well, with the help of Christian Whitehead, one of the biggest members of the Sonic community. You can play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and you've got some reworkings of iconic zones like Green Hill and Chemical Plant as well. On top of the new stages, like I said, with Studiopolis in particular, that's one of the new zones. And you've also got the drop dash ability as well, and that on PC right now you're looking at 67% off. So you're only paying a third of the retail price for Sonic Mania if you're getting it from CD Keys right now. So that's the recommendation of that's my recommendation of the week for you. So we'll go into the race director and see what we have in store. So we've got in store, we've got Hurricane Sasha. Liam electing to go for the hards, interestingly. Gabo starting on the mediums. Starfish, Frisbee, Trap, Asda, and Bull Beast are all starting on the mediums inside the top 10. And as I say, that Trap switches to the softs. Asda mediums, XIX softs, Bull Beast mediums. Waldo Matrix, Young softs. Mr. Wilson, CVT, Watto, Alex and Torpedo on mediums, and Smooth and RTM all on softs.
It surprised me how many people outside the top 10 have started on the soft compound tyres. That's
very true.
Interesting. Because we were mucking around when we did X and A, and it's definitely felt like mediums are better starting tyre than the softs did. But
absolutely.
We'll see. Alright, just posting our social media links and our partner leagues. If anyone wants to give them a follow, they know their stream. Basically, at the moment, URL and DRL are having breaks at the moment until the new game comes out. But European Formula Racing are still racing the same calendar as XRL. So they're still racing on Tuesdays and Fridays at 6 PM UK time. Our social media links are also there. Follow our Facebook groups and our pages, as well as our YouTube group as well. Well, YouTube channel.
Yeah, and we've also there's also
That's our PC side.
The PC side as well. We've also got our realistic league as well. Realistic car performance, 100% race distance, and that championship got wrapped up last night at Zandvoort. So massive props to Matrix, I believe it was Matrix, our newest realistic champion.
Yeah. They're close to winning the constructors as well, I think. They got that close to being in the bag as well. Well, we are about to go, so 2 minutes past, so we are about to go, so the only person on hards is Liam Hardman. Everyone else is on either mediums or softs. 2 people in the top 10 are on mediums, everyone else is on softs, and 2 people outside the top 10 are on softs, everyone else is on mediums. We're about to go on the way for round number 4 at Silverstone, Great Britain.
Here we go. Here come the lights. Lights out, and it's race time here at Silverstone. It is a good start there from Hurricane. Relatively clean start from everybody as well. Sasha already trying to get himself ahead of Hurricane into the lead as they head through the loop complex. So far, Hurricane
to get through fairly good.
Hurricane keeping ahead for the time being, but Sasha trying to stay alongside him. Here we go, heading up to Brooklands, and I think Sasha's just got himself into the lead. And he does! Brilliant move there from Sasha, keeping the pressure on Hurricane, braking later on the outside of...
Going 3 wide behind him though,
Brooklands.
Sasha, Gabo, Liam and Trap.
And that's surely not going to fit. Gabo keeping ahead of Liam,
well
heading into Cops. Wano, he's starting to carve his way through the field. He's made up a couple of positions off the start as well.
Gabo's looking good though, 4th position right now on those mediums. He's on the slowest tyre. They're only about, well, they are about 8, 9 tenths slower here than the soft medium compound to the soft.
But they do have more durability though.
Well, the thing is though, you can pretty much do the same amount of laps on the mediums as you can on the softs around here. That's why the 2-stop is so viable. 1-stop is so viable.
Absolutely. Frisbee getting himself ahead of...
Gabo's gone awfully wide.
Not what he would have wanted. He goes down to 5th. Liam gets ahead.
Contact between Baldies and Trap. Baldies late move, and he's just tagged Gabo.
So Frisbee and XIX, they're right on the back of this battle for 6th place at the moment. Frisbee biding his time.
Contact. He's just sent Trap around. Baldies has just sent Trap around. That probably is going to be an incident going towards Bullbeast. That is not good.
That's 2 big incidents that Bullbeast has been involved in over the course of this weekend. The other one being...
no safety car, so how do I...
The other one being, of course, what happened in the Realistic League last night, but we'll just leave it at that. Then we've got Trap. He's going to need to start cooling his tyres down. I think it looks like Alex got involved in an incident somewhere as well, because he's now at the back and he's got no front wing altogether. CBT, meanwhile, gets himself ahead of Mr. Wilson into P13.
Yeah, Wilson's got English next to him as well.
Wilson's actually dropping down the field. Is there something wrong with this car?
I think English has got damage. Actually, I don't think Wilson's got damage. I think English has got damage. I don't know. I don't think he has, actually.
Doesn't look like he's got any damage.
Oh, I can't get a decent camera view. No, it doesn't look like he's got damage. And for some reason I can't sort the
They're looking good.
All that, which is
Now they're
awesome.
looking fine at the moment. Frisbee, meanwhile, he's got himself up into P7 as a result of what happened with their trap earlier. Now DRS is enabled. He's right on the back of Gabo. He's on the fast. Frisbee on the faster tyre. He is going to be a man on a mission to try and make amends for what happened in qualifying earlier. And Alex Haig, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And there's Gabo, first penalty of the day for track limits. Not what he would have wanted.
Right, so we're going to put a poll up now for how many people do we think it's going to finish. We've got 20 at the moment. We're going to go... For some reason that poll, the last poll for the safety car didn't work. It didn't, just invalidated it all, so I don't know what happened there. I didn't touch it and it just disappeared and I couldn't do nothing and I couldn't edit it or anything, so I'll do it the other way this time.
We had no safety car there on the first lap. Starfish meanwhile gets the
3
top
seconds
half of the race.
penalty.
And that's track limits.
For
Hurricane
Alex.
getting one. Oh my word, the penalties. It's too soon to be picking up track limit penalties, guys.
Young has left the session. I don't think Young's been kicked from the session. Matrix and Asda fighting for 10th and 11th position. Matrix got the inside line though. He's got more traction because he's on a softer compound tyre. Matrix will hold on to it and go back into P10 and he will get away. DRS now though for Asda. Asda gets it and he should have the inside here. Young has got back into the session. Can he hold on to it? Young's still, Matrix still staying there. And Matrix is going to hold on to it. Someone's gone at the back and that is at the brackets and that is Alex. Problems as is going to have to back out of that. English has got past CVT. Again on the softer compound tyres.
Liam meanwhile got himself ahead of Bullbeast into... Liam meanwhile he got himself ahead of Bullbeast into 4th place, but he's left himself vulnerable to the DRS of Bullbeast as a consequence of that, and Gabo's going to have the DRS on the Bullbeast as well as they head up to Stowe to complete the 3rd lap of the race. And Gabo gets another penalty for track limits. It's so easy to go just marginally wide at that Stowe, and then that's it. You end up with warnings and then penalties after that.
Yeah, I would say between that as well, Waldo's just passed XIX up to 8 as well, so XIX is now 9. Between all that, we're trying to say who's going to be the next battle on track. It's going to be with this one between Gabo and that, but Gabo's got Frisdy all at the back of him. The thing is with Gabo, his fight isn't with Frisdy, because Frisdy's on softs. His fight will be at the end of the race. Whoa, Gabo, no, did he just let him pass, or is he defending, or is he what?
Not sure, but whatever the case,
going to get outbraked anyway, I think.
Whatever the case, Frisdy trying to outbrake him on the outside of Brooklands. That's Luffield onto Woodcut now. Frisdy now into P6, and he's hunting down. Oh no, Mercedes and Red Bull heading up to Cox.
He backed out. He backed out. He was going to be Max today.
We did not need a repeat of Hamilton Verstappen at that corner last year.
Well, I got a funny feeling though, he's not in Max's car because of Gabo, he's a Mexican, so I bet he's in Checo's car.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, so, also, Bordeaux got past XIX again, Starfish got
ahead
past,
of Hurricane into
Ryan.
2nd place.
Yeah. Also, XIX got past Waldo on the DRS straight. Also, Gabo has passed Frisdy back.
Alex, another penalty for track limits.
XIX and Waldo going around side by side through the second to last corner, and now back through is XIX. Waldo not going to fight it too much because DRS will be coming around 4 corners time, so there's no point fighting him too hard. Mr. Wilson, 3-second time penalty.
Yeah. That's it again. Too soon to be. It's too soon in the race to be picking up track limits, guys.
Well, they'll be paying the price near the end of the race, though, if they do that.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially if there's a late safety car.
Right, he's a save take from from XIX on Waldo. I mean Waldo on XIX. Someone's gone. Alex has
And
gone.
that's Alex. That's
Cops.
at Cops. It's our second crash
Safety
at Cops
car.
of the day. And there we go. Another race on the trot that Alex has failed to finish.
It's a shame for Alex, but I say it's one of those really when it happens like that. What was that? The safety car, all the people are coming in on the soft. Whoa, what was that? Who was that? Bull Beast. I don't know if he's got damage, but he just nearly went flying in the back of Ryan.
And he took out the polystyrene marker board in the process.
Oh, Liam Hartman's going to love that then, because he was already on about people taking the marking board out in qualifying. He hasn't known me very long then. Right, Gabo stays out on the mediums. Smooth's gone. Smooth's gone. Oh.
That was, what on earth happened there? Was there contact between him and Young? Come to think of it.
Don't know, but...
And what this will mean for those that have pitted on mediums, they could easily go to the end on these tyres.
Yeah. That's the thing, they can now. The problem is for the people that started on the mediums, they can't. So yeah, let's actually have a look and see if anyone did go medium. No. The only person that did go medium was Trap, but he's already started on softs. So it's gone soft, medium. The front six haven't boxed.
The
Gabo did safety car restart.
The one saving grace that Trap has right now is the fact that he is not caught in that safety car queue, which means he is still on lead lap, so he'll be winning a huge sigh of relief on that one.
The problem is, like we said, Gabo's got 6 seconds, you said, didn't you? Yeah, 6 seconds, and he's 7 laps into the race. Jeez, have fun. And then Ryan's got a 3 second, and Mr. Wilson's got 3 seconds, so... going to be interesting. Biggest gainers so far. Remember though, the top 6 haven't boxed yet. Trap with a 3-second time penalty on the safety car. I know you're trying to catch up, but the safety car will wait for you. So I don't know why he's pushing so hard, but yeah, he's got 3 seconds with that. Trap's up 2 places, Az's got 6, Wallington's up 13, Masker's up 11, Torpedo's up 13, Young's up 7. Will any of these double box? Someone might box here. No, I'm surprised none of the medium runners actually went like box for hards and then boxed again for another set of mediums. That'd be another strategy they could have done. But yeah, Young's up in 7, up in 6, but they're all got a box yet. So Sasha's down 5, but technically he's technically in P1, de facto P1, because of people in front of him all got a box. And Starfish is 8 is down 3, Ryan in 9 is down 8, Ballby stays in 10, started in 10, stays in 10. Liam in 11 is down 7, XIX in 12 is down 3, Waldo in 13 is down 2, Frisbee in 14 is down 8, English in 15 is down up 5, up 5. And then you've got Wilson up in 16 is up 2, Matrix in 17 is down 5, and Trap in 18 is down 11, but they're all technically up 6 places as it stands. Because the safety car will be in probably next lap. Might be in this lap, but more than likely next. There you go, that's the ones I haven't boxed. I mean, Trap's doing a 3-stopper, or a 2-stopper, depending. But there might not be another safety car, we don't know. There could be another one, there might not be though. But really, that shouldn't have been a safety car either, because there was no one near him when he crashed. This is the thing I have with this game. If no one's near it when he crashed, so why is there a safety car? But yeah, so yay.
Yes, I've had a number of crashes where nobody around me, I end up in the wall and safety car comes out.
Yeah, they're stupid though, because it shouldn't come out. There's absolutely no reason for it to come out, so...
Exactly.
And he's called up, so could it be a late safety car, late call? It is a late call, so there we go. Sasha will be doing a safety car restart. Remember though, there is new rules on the safety car restarts. And Sasha, has he got him going away? He has gone. Sasha's, and as Gabo's gone.
Here we
We're
go.
back underway. He's got a half a second lead on Asda. Waddington is a bit slow there though, 9/10 behind.
Yeah, I think Waddington was caught napping there.
Young and Sasha. Is Young going to fight Sasha too hard? I don't think he's going to. Surely he's not, because he's his teammate. And oh, he's going to. He's going to cost Sasha a bit. Oh, we've now gone wide and he's going to let everybody through. Has Young got damage? No.
That was a bit stupid. I mean, if you were going to let Sasha through, at least do it on the.
I would have thought you'd done it in the corner before that. Yeah, the right-hander before that, but I might have not realised where Sasha was. To be fair. Matrix gets 3 seconds on the restart as well. He's down to 16th now as well. Problem is for Young as well is he's on old tyres and he's just been caught absolutely napping, and now XIX has passed him. Yeah, I'm wondering if he's got damage. I really do think he might have damage here. He's got Waldo right on his gearbox, so if he's got damage, Waldo's not been careful.
Very true.
Oh yeah, there's something going on there, because he literally just had to lift all the way through that exit of Beckett's. Waldo's been caught, lost loads of time there.
And there goes Frisbee there.
Yeah, he's got to have damage. If he doesn't box now, I don't know what's going on. He doesn't.
Why?
What was that then? He can't have damage then, but that was okay. It's a different strategy call, but okay.
What is going on in the Haas camp today? Anyway,
unless he, I think I've got a funny feeling he's got damage. He's just trying to get to where the pit stop is. The problem is he's going to cost himself more time by doing that. If you cost yourself more than 10 or 15 seconds, then you're not doing a whole pit stop there right there, like 15, 16 seconds.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's probably lost himself 4 seconds there in that one lap by doing all that.
He's got
Frisbee on the back of Waldo. Oh, well, AlphaTauri just had a Merc engine in his gearbox. And again.
Oh dear. Well, you got a couple of drivers. You got Sasha.
He's got so much more traction out of that corner.
Yeah, Sasha just got himself ahead of Torpedo into 5th place. So this means, as it stands, Sasha is the de facto
Young's gone,
leader,
Cops.
and that's. There we go.
Or I call it his corpse. Sasha's now at Torpedo on the back of him. Starfish is on the back of Torpedo. Starfish is going to make a move on Torpedo. He's on the inside of Torpedo. Torpedo needs to be aware
heading into stow, and Starfish through with ease.
Yeah, Torpedo's not going to fight him too hard. Torpedo is a reserve, so most of the time the reserves don't fight too hard here. Oh, someone's lagging bad there.
Here we go, DRS enabled now. Sasha, right. Here we go. Starfish on the back of Sasha. That's almost 3 wide heading into the first corner. That was never going to work in a million years. Here we go.
Torpedo just drops 4 places in 2 corners. Oh, hello. I've seen a lot of Starfish, Sasha, bit of contact, but they both made it through. Ryan's lagging a little bit here as well.
So that was for 5th place. Sasha now up into 4th place.
Wow, they just absolutely ate CVT alive. Just CVT in a DRS, and Sasha and Starfish did, and they just got absolutely annihilated.
Chewed him up, spat him out, and and gave the leftovers to whoever is behind CVT. That being Hurricane, Bullbeast, Lee, and Liam at the moment. Frisbee almost.
Problem is you can't make a move through Beckett, so he's lagging quite a bit again.
Yeah, because as I've said previously, there's a fine line between bravery and stupidity, and you'd have to be ridiculously stupid to try and move through Beckett. Hurricane, meanwhile, there we go. gets himself ahead. Starfish ahead of Sasha, but Sasha not giving up the position that easily as they head into Vale and Club and onto the Lewis Hamilton straight. But there we go.
That was one I was watching XIX and Frisbee fighting side by side through Stowe as well. In between all that, so this is Sasha and Starfish. These guys have like having a ding dong between themselves, and Wallington's just in front of them as well.
So Wallington will be relieved for the time being that he doesn't have to worry about these two at the moment. But bearing in mind, Gabo, Asda and Wallington, those ahead of this battle for fourth place, haven't pitted yet.
The problem is with that, that's the problem. They're not boxed yet, so that is the biggest problem, is that they're gaining with 1.3 behind him, but they haven't boxed yet, which means he's got a box. And they're not dropping back, which means they're literally going to drop all the way down. They box in the next 4 or 5 laps, and they're still like this. They're going to be like 12, well, probably down to about 15, 16.
Gabo, another time penalty, and that puts him on to 9 seconds of penalties. So if things, he may very well end up dropping outside of the top 10.
It's going to be worse than that. He's got box yet. He hasn't boxed yet. Everyone's going to the end.
Exactly.
He's literally going to finish last. As it stands, he's going to finish last. Sasha's past Starfish. Also, we're on board with CVT. What a move from Frizzy's just taking a massive advantage. The CVT went for a move on Liam, got pushed out wide, and then Frizzy's just dived on the inside to take that position to 9th. CVT is now in 10th position, maybe losing to 11th in a minute because he's got XIX right on his gearbox now as well.
Yeah, Frisbee saying thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that. He is bearing down on Liam for 8th place now. Frisbee, what a recovery drive. Oh,
that's a new racing line.
And yet somehow
I didn't think we were Australia yet. I thought we were still at Britain.
And yet somehow didn't lose any time.
I think you might have got a warning for that though. Wallington on Asda, started back out. Asda holds on to P2 still.
Yeah, Wallington showing that he definitely has more pace. CVT with a penalty for track
CVT
limits.
went back of that. CVT 3-second time penalty, also went in the back of XIX. Walu and Torpedo still fighting, and they're fighting going into corpse. Ferrari's going to be a corpse.
Oh, here we go. Wallington on the entry.
Oh, Matrix.
Wallington, are you kidding me? On the entry to Magnussen, Beckett and Ruddle, Wallington's now up into P2.
Matrix has made a hell of a move up to P3 to P13 as well. We missed 2 moves there.
Asda. Here comes Asda, and Sasha. Is Wano going to lose 2 places in 1 corner? Yes, he is.
Yeah, you watch the end of Beckett. He's lost another one. Oh, that's a move from Starfish. Yeah, so Wallington got the move at
in the space of just a couple of corners.
Well, we missed that move. We were watching the move from Matrix. Matrix made a move into Cops. Ferrari going too wide with Torpedo and CVT. Were making a move, or not? Sorry. Yeah, Matrix with somebody. Matrix with Torpedo and English. Ferrari was on the inside, and Matrix just come in the inside of that. Oh, we lost somebody. I think
JBL's gone spinning.
JBL's gone. Yeah. I do apologise, Waddock. We missed your move, mate. But there's loads of moves there at the same time, so I do apologise, Waddock. And that is Sasha with Asda, and he's done manage to defend it. And that is Starfish on the inside of his teammate. Asda's let him through. And I bet you Asda's going to try and defend Waddington off of Starfish, and he does. But yeah, we had like 3 moves there at the same time. We had one going into Stowe, one going into the end of Beckett, and one at the beginning of Cops. Yeah. Asda can't do that. You've got to stop extending track limits of Cops. Multiple times doing that, you will be penalised.
Yeah. Yes, this is a new thing. This is a new thing XRL have started doing now. We are actually policing track limits for things like that.
We're trying to. There's a 5 or 6 corners. There's like Cops. You've got the one at Mexico. You've got one at Austria as well. It's just the ones where the game should penalise you that doesn't when you go further wide. Ryan Hurricane on the outside of Waddington. Whoa. And Ryan is going to stay in P6. Waddington's in 5. We're on board with Bullbeast because Bullbeast's got the best camera view of this action right now. Bulbies might have a look on the outside in it, actually. Oh, he's
He
going to have a
sends
look
it.
on the outside.
That's a very late run.
Contact.
A little bit of contact, but is it gonna work? Is it gonna make it stick? I think he has.
Oh, they were around, and
he's taking Hurricane with him.
The problem is, it's hard to tell with the lag of Ryan Hurricane there, because he was lagging quite a bit there.
And Bulby somehow gets a penalty. Out of that. Frisbee, meanwhile,
cutting.
battling Liam for 6th place as they head through Luffield onto Woodcut. But here he goes. Frisbee, nothing Liam can do about that. Frisbee now up into 6th place. Wallington is next on his hit list.
So it sucks for Liam. I mean, for he's done the great race as well. He was on pole position, but that's just one of those little bits. But I think Bulbies did force him out wide as well, so that's going to be one for sure, I expect.
Oh, I wouldn't be too surprised. Up ahead.
So the late lunge though for Bulbies was quite a distance back as well, so that could be interesting. Right, CVT with final Waldo.
As they're heading through the last couple of corners. Waldo staying ahead for the time being.
So that's that fight there. Matrix is on the back of CVT. CVT is on the inside. Matrix might go back inside. No, well, CVT covers it off. Closest fight on track is for 10th and 11th position, the last championship point position. Well, for the finishing positions anyway. Would you go on the inside of CVT there? I wouldn't.
No, not
some drivers I would. CVT I wouldn't.
Definitely not through Cops. Matrix. A little bit of a look through. Oh!
English 3 second time out. I was about to say that the English just got a 3 second right behind this fight as well.
I think that one was unavoidable given what was going on ahead of him.
Yeah. Waldo and XIX swapping places for the 50th time. They've been swapping places every time. The last 5 or 6 as well. About 10 laps they're doing it for.
Here we go. Waldo in the pits.
Also, there
CVT.
is another car. Is an Alpine? Yeah. CVT and Torpedo. All in. Where
They'll
they
be going
come out
for
to
the softs now.
Yeah. Where they're going to come out to, they're going to come out miles behind. Well, XIX is literally in the gearbox of Waldo. Absolutely. Switch back from Waldo. He's going to have it, isn't he? On the outside as well. Is he going to hold on to it? He might do. He's going to. Great defending there as well as attacks from Waldo.
It does mean XIX though is going to have the DRS. Heading up to Brooklyn, and Matrix is going to be there as well.
Oh, he's gone deep. He's gone deep, I think. He's going to get 3 seconds. Yeah, he's gone deep.
There we go. Penalty for track limits. He has to yield the position.
Yeah, and XIX is going to have to. Oh, he hasn't. Side by side.
Who's going to lift through Cops here? XIX gets ahead. Waldo has to yield the position.
Matrix doesn't want to fight him too hard because they'll just slip behind him and just use DRS past them. But the problem Alvatars are both together now. They've also got English right behind them as well. Oh, bit of contact. Waldo with DRS. Is the other AlphaTauri going to come as well? There's Matrix. Oh, Matrix, a bit of contact. He's going to hold on to it.
XIX has no battery left.
Oh, what's this going? I can't even get the camera view. I was trying to get a different view and it gave me the front wing. I was trying to get the overhead view. Yeah, so Matrix stays back in P6. P8 and 9 is English. But that does mean Waldo has managed to get clear. What is the camera view? Give me the view, that's better. I was trying to get that camera view. I hate it when it gives you the one that's on top of the front wing or the one that's like on top of the halo when I'm trying to catch the view from the side. Lots of view on the P1 and 2 fighting Sasha and Starfish through Cops. P1 and 2 and 3 here. They are fighting for de facto P1 because Gabo has 9 second time penalty and he's only 4 seconds in front and he's also got a box. So the problem is with Gabo, he needs the box now, otherwise he's pretty much just giving away loads of time. The longer he leaves it, the worse it's going to be. It's probably going to come out to around about 13th position.
And here comes Starfish. Whoa! Brakes a lot later than Sasha, and Starfish gets himself into second place.
I think Sasha's braked there. I honestly think Sasha lifted off there and let him through. I think Sasha braked and Starfish sent it as well. I think Sasha is trying to use him for the towing. I don't think it was just all late brake.
The problem is, can Sasha keep up?
He's got more battery. Just. And he's going to have DRS. I mean, he doesn't have to pass it. He's got 7 laps to pass him. All he's got to do is stay with him. So this is Starfish's race to win right now. I mean, Frisbee is also there as well. So Sasha's just brought in Frisbee now with that as well, because now he's got DRS. But doing that...
And of course, we need to take into account Gabo still hasn't hit it yet.
Yeah, and the problem is with Gabo, he's going to drop, if I do the intervals to the race one leader, he's going to drop all the way down to 11th position. Gabo is. And he's got 9 seconds time penalties.
So he's going to lose another 9 seconds.
Ryan Hurricane, fast lap of race, 28.455, fast lap of race. Sasha is on the gearbox of Starfish with a DRS now as well. He should be able to pass him. He's got 2 tenths behind, so he should easily pass it, and he has. They could do it trying to basically drag each other along, but the problem is now Frisbee has gained 2 tenths on him. He's now 6 tenths behind.
Yeah, so it's a three-way battle here for what will be the race win once Gabo comes in and makes his stop.
Matrix and XIX fighting on the final second to last corner. XIX is on the outside, but will be on the inside for this corner coming up. Matrix is going to be out wide. Contact. Some more contact. Jesus Christ.
They're banging wheels.
How many times have we touched wheels last night and people went flying?
Oh,
today,
too many.
It's at wheels. XIX on the inside, gone for a move. And Matrix is going to have the inside for this corner. He's going to be
who's going to have the DRS stuff?
It's going to be
XIX has the DRS.
I don't understand why would you go for a move on the corner before that though? Because you would have DRS. If you got that move stuck, you would have lost DRS. And
then we got XIX trying to get round the outside.
If he's not going to make it, he's going to be done. So yeah, but Matrix got it again. XIX is going to try and go on the inside here, is he? Be able to. Oh, he is, because Matrix is lifted. Yeah, Matrix lifted. Matrix had to brake.
Wow!
But Matrix did what I think Matrix done well there. He's done what exactly the thing is over here. XIX, no battery. He's given up DRS. Matrix is straight back on him again.
Absolutely incredible.
And there is Trap taking advantage with these guys having no ERS. Has Trap got ERS? He has.
And plenty of it. Starfish, fastest lap of the race. Gabo comes in after 20 laps on those mediums. Looks like he's
just looking as well.
He may very well be a realistic
candidate in the inside for the final corner. Gabo's in the pits, yeah. Someone's gone for Haas.
And
no, it's not his back marker. It's Young. It's Young.
That's just blue flags.
Starfish, is he going to make a move? No. We've got back on board with this one because I think Trap's going to make a move on XIX. No, he's not. I don't think he's close enough.
Yeah,
it's going to be close enough. Is he? He might be close enough. Nah.
Not on this occasion.
The fight is staying as it is. Waddington on the back of Mr. Wilson. They're going to come out to the DRS straight in a minute. We're going to see this fight now as well. Looking at the DRS straight. These guys are fighting pretty much for that last, pretty much a P12. They're quite far off now. But Wilson's got DRS, so has Waddington. Oh, Mr. Wilson's gone deep though. He's opened the door to Waddington.
And I think Waddington's
got it.
Yeah.
Also, English has let his teammate through as well, of Ballbees. But
Sasha
Starfish
still battling
has
for the lead.
passed Sasha. Also Trap on XIX.
That's the 7th.
Just trying to keep up with it all. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
Every time I get to the
So much
DRS straight,
going
like
on.
4 cars.
There was so much going on up and down the field. RTM English, he's
English
coming
is
in.
That's interesting. What's he in? He's in 10th position. He was in a point. Gabo's now back in the top 10. And I'm, no offense, Gabo, but I think you're probably going to be looking at maybe that being your position. You might get Ball Beast. You've got 4 laps to do it.
It's a front wing change for English. That's why he's in.
Oh no. Did he get it? Did he make contact with anybody then? Right then,
well
Starfish, Sasha, Frisbee are all here fighting. 6 seconds behind that is Liam, and
folks.
4 seconds behind that is Waldo.
This is for the race win between these 3.
AlphaTauri needed a decent result though after qualifying. They qualified poorly, but they're both 5 and 6 right now. So they have time penalties. But Asda doesn't, but Asda's over 15 seconds behind.
Yeah. Waldo cleaned his whistle, but Matrix does have penalties. He's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Sasha back ahead of Starfish. So he's got to be careful if these two keep battling. This is going to allow Frisbee to jump in and just steal the win from both of them.
Are any of them close to getting penalties? Can you just go to race director and just go and have a look at them 3 people?
That's what I'm about to check.
And their warnings, please, thank you.
Sasha's on 2 warnings.
Oh,
Starfish
Gabo
has
3 second
2 warnings,
time
and that was
penalty.
on the first lap. And Frisbee, they all have 2 warnings. And Gabo, another 3-second penalty for track limits. So that'll drop him out of the points. But
yeah,
he does
and
get the
that
fastest lap of the race so
no,
far.
he won't. He's just got a time penalty and the fastest lap at the same lap. That'll be invalidated.
Oh.
That lap will be invalidated. He got a penalty on the same lap he got the fast lap on.
So that means the fastest lap will stay with Hurricane for the time being. Waldo stays ahead of Matrix to 5th place at the moment.
They're actually fighting for that position, are they? Yeah. Right. But yeah, so that's why we always check now. We try and check, like, hit the fast lap.
Starfish not close enough to make the overtake, but it has allowed them to build a bit of a gap between themselves and Frisbee at the moment. But Frisbee still within DRS range.
P8.
Bull Beast is gonna
better tyres. No, they're not. They're both on the same amount of tyres. So who's going to brake later? At these 2 with the contact. Who's going to brake later there? Bullby's going to have it on the outside. Like, I mean, it's like saying, oh, they're forcing each other wide there on the corner. I mean, there's not really much else you can do there. Waddington's past Asda there as well.
So Waddington on course.
Waddington
on course for some points for McLaren today.
Yeah, on the moment, XIX is going to get points as well. For how many, we don't know. P1 and 2 are fighting as well. They're still there at the stay. They haven't changed their position. They're trying to make sure that people aren't taking positions. Ballbeast past XIX, he needs to try and get cleared now of a second, or at least like that 8/10 or 6/10, so he doesn't get straight back on him. Otherwise, XX is going straight back past him after Beckett's.
Absolutely. We're about to head
Going to go back on Ball with Starfish. Starfish on Sasha.
Yeah, Starfish right on the back.
Adams got past Waddington at the P11.
This is a great battle here for the race win. Here, Starfish going to try the outside of Stowe.
Oh, it's contact. Sasha's gone.
I think it's going to Frisbee. No, he hasn't. Frisbee into 2nd place.
Yeah. And that, I think that's going to be a penalty to Starfish. Yeah, I got a funny feeling that's going to be definitely going towards that, and there's going to be a penalty coming to somebody, I think. Liam's got past Sasha as well. I got a funny feeling Sasha might have damage.
It will surely be a penalty for Starfish, because that was...
Yeah. Well,
Sasha
we can't say for sure because we haven't got both views, but from what our view was then at the heat at the moment, it does look like it was Starfish's at fault for that.
And now it's down to Starfish and Frisbee. The battle of the Irish.
Even though one's got the Spanish flag. Yeah.
Whatever.
Because you've got that glitch, wasn't it, when they used to have signs, or whatever it was.
Oh,
and that is past Waldo. So Matrix has got past Waldo, but Matrix has a 3 seconds. So really, they shouldn't be doing that unless Waldo thinks that that Matrix can get away. Otherwise, that is going to cost them time, and it's going to be holding up Waldo. Because if any of them in front, say Sasha got a 3 second right now, and they've just done that, then Sasha would have jumped Sasha.
Absolutely.
Oh, Asda and Wallington fire through the right-hander before the Cox. Wallington goes back up into P11.
Here we go, on to the last lap now.
They are fighting for 10th position here.
Starfish and Frisbee, this is it. It comes down to this one more lap to go to see who is going to win. Will it be a win for Aston Martin, or will it be a win for Mercedes?
There's a guaranteed top 10 now for Waddington as well, with after getting a time penalty, unless Waddington gets a time penalty. Frisbee's on the back of Starfish XIX with a time penalty. I got a funny feeling Frisbee knows Starfish is getting a penalty, otherwise he would have sent it there, I think.
I think
he had a good view of that.
I think to be safe, he'll still want to take the win on track rather than post race. Because the crucial thing is, Frisbee than Starfish does, and crucially, he's going to get the deal well, heading onto the hangar straight. He's right on Starfish's gearbox, and he's gone wide. Frisbee's gone wide, and I think that's it. I think that's the way gone.
Yeah, that is it. Starfish is going to win it as it stands on, as I say, as it crosses the line. We won't know for sure afterwards until after the stewards have done their incidents and stuff, but we'll see.
Starfish, for the time being, is going to cross the line. He's going to win the British Grand Prix for the time being. Frisbee has to settle for second at the moment. Sasha, despite what happened, is going to finish third. And Liam gets fourth. And now the penalties are going to start racking up. Waldo finishes sixth. Matrix starts Waldo fifth. Bulby sixth. Trap seventh. Matrix eighth. XIX ninth. And CVT from Magazine
Buckets. Yeah. Wallington and Asda fighting over 10th position, 11th position, but it's going to be Wallington's because Asda's got time penalties.
Absolutely. Gabo is going to keep P10 crucially.
How he does that with that many time penalties?
Gabo had 12 seconds worth of penalties. Wado was not close enough to jump him. Asda 12, Mr. Wilson 13, Torpedo 14, English 15. Hurricane will go up to 16. CVT will be classified as 17th, and Young is 18th because he finished a lap behind. Yeah, but the real talking point here is going to be that collision between Starfish and Sasha for the stewards.
Yeah.
How that's going to play out, we don't know.
So I mean, it's going to be also be down to Gavo. We have to screenshot his race director if he has a fast lap, because his fast lap is invalidated. So we will be investigating that as well. So we'll have to go and grab that. We'll see if he has the fast lap though, because if he has, then we'll have to do that. Gabo didn't have the fast lap. Who had the fast lap then?
Somebody must have taken it from
Ryan
him at the
Hurricane.
End.
Yeah.
Hurricane got it back.
Right.
How's about that?
Who had the fast lap inside the top 10 though? I think that was Gabo though, so that will be denied. Yeah, Gabo had the fast lap inside the top 10, but that will be rejected, so I'm going to have to get that quickly. So Gabo's lap is invalidated, but I'm going to grab that last lap, so it did. So he needed 28, so yeah, so screenshot that.
Yeah. Right. So Starfish, Frisbee, Sasha, Liam, Waldo, Bullbeast, Trap, Matrix, XIX, and Gabo. That's your top 10. Yes, I'm quickly just trying to work out. 28.4 is the fastest time I can find inside the top 10. So that means Starfish will take the fastest lap of the race inside the top 10.
I think Gabo's got a 28 there as well. So I'm just gonna grab that in a second, see what it was. Right, Gabo's fastest lap out inside the top 10. The last lap was, we'll quickly go down there. He had a 28.490.
Starfish takes it.
Right, so Starfish has got it still then. Right, there you go.
And then Waddington, Asda, Mr. Wilson, Torpedo, English, Hurricane.
Sasha, you know better than going off in chat because you know that can be removed now. So what's the point in going off in chat?
Fastest lap of the race for Hurricane. He's 16th, CBT, and Young. And then your non-fit, and then your DNFs, Smooth and Alex. So as I said, that's going to be a real point of contention there, the collision between Starfish and Sasha, whether or not Starfish will keep that race win or not.
We'll have to see.
Indeed. But that is it for X1 this evening. We'll be back in just over an hour's time where we'll have the X2 race around Silverstone. And big thanks to you guys as always for watching. Zola, thanks for helping with the commentary this evening.
No worries, mate. It was a good race, to be fair. At the end, it was a good race.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Next week, as I said, we'll be heading to Monza for the Italian Grand Prix, the Temple of Speed. So be sure to tune in same time, same place next week. But until then, it's good night from X1, and thanks for watching.